Welcome to day 441 of our DeSo journey. I'm Ed Krasenstein here with my twin brother Brian. And remember, these videos are being sponsored by NFT Tech. They are an investor in DeSoFi. So DeSo put out quite a blog post yesterday, Brian.
The majority of it was news that we already knew, but it's basically an overview of what's happened in the last few weeks, the last month or so. Uh, it had some interesting information, some good information. Number one, they said that the DeSo protocol library has been upgraded to support DAO. They also said that the library can be found at hub.deso.org, which we already knew, but if you haven't been paying attention to all these videos, then you might not have known that. The hub also now supports a decentralized message board. So all the communications on the hub are actually on the DeSo blockchain right now. So that's pretty cool. They discuss various projects. So there's several projects that are doing a lot of big things. Of course, Supernovas, who recently launched their DAO and closed that round. They went dove a little bit deeper into that. They mentioned our NFTz. We issued a press release. We, of course, integrated the 3D virtual reality segment of the site about, I guess it was like 4 or 5 days ago. And they talked a lot about Quartify, what they're doing with that, integrating Web 2 with Web 3, Zircles, of course, with their medium like node, which is really cool. It's really kind of taking off here. They talked about DeSoFi, who rolled out their app just, I guess it was yesterday, their new app. They talk about Story, who's doing a lot. They kind of called it the TikTok of the blockchain. Astro Nation, which is Conchi, he's doing some really cool things with 3D, 3D 3D gaming on the blockchain. Vibe Hut, of course, and they talk about Nathan Wells' DeSo Daily Deals. But they also mentioned Hypersync. They went into detail about Hypersync, linked to two videos that were put out by the core team, kind of addressing what Hypersync is. They discussed derived keys and they explained what they enable. And it's more than just allowing for apps to make transactions, small transactions for the user. They gave an example actually, and the example is an interesting one. They said, "What if you bet $100 on the Bucks beating the Celtics in Game 7, depending on the game's outcome?" A DeSo app could actually be authorized to give or take $100 from a pre-approved derived key. So basically, offline transactions, the ability to do transactions while offline with conditional calls, they call them, which is something that we're going to see more of. I'm waiting to see some smart services roll out. I know we've been waiting for a lot of a lot more details around smart services. We're going to need
I,
to see a lot around DAOs to make them truly trustless.
yeah, well,
Hopefully,
so,
we see
so
something there.
so I mean, like something like that, a betting app like that isn't really trustless. It's relying more on a smart service rather than a smart contract. But if you can trust the app, then then it works.
Exactly, exactly. And I think we need to see more of that. I know they've been promising a lot of smart services and how smart services are going to really kind of take over and really make DeSo this outstanding protocol that we can all kind of interact with in various ways. I think we need to see more of that, which I'm assuming we're going to see pretty soon. Uh, DAO has launched. They talked about that, of course. They just mentioned a few things. They said it has one-click distributions of to DAO holders, one-click social DAOs, on-chain social content, on-chain social identity, omni currency support, and of course a DAO. And finally, they said that they're going to do these updates frequently. They want to do this just to keep the community on the up and up as to what's going on. And that if you have any updates that you want to present them, whether you're doing something really cool on DeSo or you're a project or a node on DeSo that's adding features, just contact Invest in Digital or Ty Fisher, and they'll include you in the next update.
Yeah, so I mean, all in all, it was a great update. I think it keeps people on top of things, keeps people interested in DeSo. You get that email to your email box saying there's a new post. So I think all in all, it was a great post, and very informative, especially if you haven't been like keeping up to date with DeSo on a daily basis.
Yeah, it's important to keep everybody in the loop. And I think it's important to show that the core team is trying to do that.
Yeah, so Story, you just mentioned them briefly. They were covered in the blog post, but Story actually posted a sneak peek of their app, the Story app, which is from Design Style and Reball. It looks really good. Like you definitely need to check out this post. You can see it under the Story tag up top or down below if you're on YouTube. Check it out. It's a video sneak peek of their upcoming Story app. Um, it looks really unique. The blog post mentioned it's kind of like a TikTok. I think it's more like a mix between Instagram and Snapchat, with a little TikTok mixed in. It looks like they're going to be using rockets instead of diamonds, if I understood what I saw correctly. So instead of diamonding posts on Story, you're going to be rocketing them, which I kind of like that idea. They have a really sleek and smooth looking design. It just seems to flow very nicely. They showed some examples of them taking actions on the app, and you kind of see how the flow goes. And the UI/UX is really great looking. I think, you know, Design Style, the sisters, they're into designing things, so you could expect the UI to be amazing. And I think them teaming with Verbal to make the UX was a perfect scenario, and I think everybody's gonna love it. So far, it looks amazing.
Yeah, I checked the video out. It's definitely. I mean, I'm not going to say it's unexpected. It's actually what I expected from this team. I
Yeah.
know Luis and Lucy have been like just working nonstop on this. They're doing a great job. It's been many months. They're definitely making substantial progress, and hopefully we see something this summer, maybe the end of the summer. But I'm excited.
Yeah, it looks great. So DeSocialWorld, seems like we talk about them every day on our show because they're always doing something new every day. Ado's amazing. He's working so hard to create a node that is meant for the whole world. And they, as you probably know if you follow these videos or if you use their node, have been doing a post-to-earn type deal where the people who post the most on their node earn money every week. So like the top 8 people earn money based on how many posts they made, but they're changing it from post to earn based on quantity to post to earn based on quality, which I really like. So it's no more based on how many posts you make, it's based on the quality of the posts you make. And to determine that, they're going to basically count up all your posts every week on the last 7 days. It includes posts, comments, and also quoted posts. And then they're going to look at those posts and count up the diamonds, comments, reposts, and quoted posts of those posts. And they're going to calculate a weighted average for all types of the engagement. It's going to be normalized across all the posts of that creator. And you need a minimum of two posts per day to be ranked. So if you're making 2 posts per day, you can be in these rankings. And this week was the first actual week where they awarded creators based on their post quality of posts made from the DeSocialWorld node. And Against Seals is a sponsor, so they're paying their rewards this week. The top 8 this week in order were The Devil, who earned $10.47 in DeSo, followed by Randier, Sandy Rose, Vampire Campfire, Web3 Simplified, which is a new DAO and DAO, Stargeezer, Mick Marsh, and Mr. Triplet. So congratulations to all of you guys for making quality posts using a DeSocialWorld node.
Congrats. Congrats to all of you. But yeah, I love this. I think that post to earn definitely has a future on DSO. I think that once you start seeing multiple nodes doing post to earn, you're going to see this competition pick up. You're going to see higher payouts, perhaps, and it's just a great way to retain users on DSO because who doesn't like earning money for just posting on social media? And they're already doing this by getting diamonds or by getting coin buys or whatever else they're doing, selling NFTs. But this is just an added bonus to that.
Yeah, very innovative on behalf of Ado. So NFTz, like Brian mentioned earlier, we released a press release. That was yesterday, right?
Yep.
Yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. My days are getting mixed up. But we released a press release. It's basically talking about our latest virtual reality and 3D minting of NFTs. So as you know, if you've been following, you can now mint 3D NFTs on NFTz. You can also view 3D NFTs on NFTz. So when you mint, you have the option to do all kinds of customization. You can add different lighting, like lighting from the top left, lighting from the top right. You can mess with that to create a really cool image, rotating image, animated image for your 3D NFT. But you also have 3D mode, and this is available on both mobile, desktop, or virtual reality headsets, where you can actually see these 3D NFTs, whether they're yours or someone else's, in 3D. You can rotate around them, go inside of them if they have an opening. If you're using VR, you're essentially in a virtual realm with that 3D object, and you can walk around it, look at it from all different angles. Like I said, you can walk inside of it. It's a 3D house with an open door, and the designer actually designed the inside of the house too. You can walk right inside that house and look around. So it's something we think is going to be the future of NFTs, and we're really big on this 3D stuff, virtual reality stuff, and you're going to see a lot more coming from us in the future. So stay tuned for that. We're calling them mini metaverses. We're not there yet. We're just at the individual 3D objects. You can only view those, but we're working on something we call mini metaverses that are going to come out in the future, which we're super excited about. Also, in that PR, we talked about funding. As many of you know, we have received $500,000 in funding from the Octane Fund. That was back last year. But we are looking to raise a seed round. And in that seed round, we're hoping to attract some venture capitalists. And we're working our pitch deck right now. So stay tuned for that. In the coming months, we're going to be raising a seed round. We have three main pillars in our pitch deck that we're working on. One of them is virtual reality and 3D minting / viewing of NFTs. But there's two more, and those two other items are going to be even more exciting than the 3D, I feel.
Yeah, and we mentioned a little bit in the press release that I want to talk a little bit more about since it's out there already, and the DeSo blog also mentioned it. We are working to integrate additional chains like Ethereum, like Solana, more to come. This is going to take a little bit of time. We're working on it. We're working with MetaMask to integrate that. We're working with various chains, but just I just want to give a taste of some of the things we're doing. I know we've been quiet the last month or so, but there's a lot going on behind the scenes. We're really excited about our roadmap. When we go multi-chain, it all has very, very positive blowback on DeSo because of what we're going to be doing from the social realms of things.
Yeah, and we're not just building another marketplace. We're not just copying OpenSea or copying Magic Eden. The idea behind NFTz is something completely new that you're going to see emerge. Also, I want to mention NFTz also now shows featured collections on the main homepage. If you go to nftz.me, you will now see featured collections. Some of them are default chosen and others are rotating. So if you reload, you're going to see different ones.
Yeah, and talking about seed funding, we were just notified yesterday, thanks to Doodle's post on DeSo, that BitClout OG Chris Mattern, he actually was the founder of Cloudy App back in the day, but his company has raised $8 million in a seed round. His company is Floor NFT. It's a mobile NFT app. I believe Doodles is working for them now. But I just wanted to say congratulations to Chris. I got to meet Chris in New York City about a year ago, I guess, at Dr. Kat Cohen's house. And just the nicest guy, very smart, he deserves this. And the team at Floor NFTs is incredible. They're working with somebody from Robinhood, the former COO of Robinhood as well on the team. So great job, Chris. Great job, Floor NFT, and congrats to everybody involved in that.
Yeah, for sure. Doodles too. Doodles is an awesome guy. His name's Zach. We got to meet him a couple of times, or at least I got to meet him a couple of times. My chance encounter with him in Chicago, and then when we were out in LA for the DeSo meetup, we had a chance to hang out with him a little bit. But DeSo Messenger also released a press release yesterday, or I guess I should say DeSo released a press release on behalf of DeSo Messenger. The title of the release was DeSo Blockchain launches DeSo Messenger, a Web3 replacement for Discord. I found it interesting that it's saying that DeSo Blockchain's launching it, because isn't DeSo Messenger their own company? Anyhow, it talked about how Bored Ape Yacht Club and other side NFTs have had their Discords hacked. And Discord's not really built for Web3 communities. Malsified said in the press release that Discord wasn't built from the ground up to cater toward the Web3 communities. The press release also mentioned DAO and how DAO is allowing for people to raise funding via DAOs on the DeSo blockchain. And the press release was actually, the contact on it was actually Arash Gemi, who is Invest in Digital on DeSo. What do you make of that, Brian?
I'm not sure. I think that it's important that everybody knows about this. Obviously, people are using Discord. It's not decentralized. There's been a lot of hacking issues. DeSo Messenger definitely has the power and the potential to become this decentralized messaging app, but also a decentralized like group segmented messaging app like Discord is. So I like this. I just hope we see more from DeSo Messenger. I hope that they're building something out to make it more formatted like Discord, just because people are just so used to that. It's so stuck in their heads. But great job to the entire team. I know they've been working really hard. We got to talk to them several times, and I'm glad that the DeSo Foundation is working with them to put out these press releases and to just help them promote a little bit.
Yeah, I know. I believe it was Jason Knott who said that they do have the ability to have gated group chats, meaning you could have an NFT. You might be required to own an NFT in order to participate in a group chat, or you might be required to own a DAO coin in order to participate in a group chat. So I think that stuff's going to come. They're just waiting for somebody that really needs to or wants to use it.
Right.
So that top hashtags, Brian, of the last 24 hours, what were they?
Yeah, thanks to Open Prosper for this list. The top hashtags were Web3, followed by NFT, DeSo, crypto, and NFTs. There's NFT and NFTs. They're up there a lot. The DeSo NFT space is a little bit slow right now, but at least people are still talking about them, right?
Yeah, definitely. And
So
who were the top creators in the
the
last?
top diamond creators of the last 24 hours, according to Altum Base, were DeSocialWorld as number one, D Marie as number two. D Marie made a post telling people to diamond their favorite creators, and she got a bunch of diamonds. I know we gave her some diamonds.
Natter did too.
Now and then was number three, followed by us, Krasenstein, followed by Happy Rabbit, uh, Marshallioso Saw, Lil Lover, Stargeezer, Kaoamhi, and Miami, Japan. A lot of names we've seen up there quite a bit over the course of the last few weeks. Miami, Japan, Kaoamhi, Stargeezer, Happy Rabbit. See them up there a lot.
Yeah, congratulations. Keep up the good work, guys and girls, I guess I should say. Everybody have a great rest of your day. That's all the news we have for today, and we'll talk to you tomorrow on Saturday.